Okay, time to dig into my favorite part, the making money section of your business plan. Okay, the making money section is where your financial plan goes in your overall business planning process, and under the making money section tab in your biz plan binder. All right, so what's the making money section all about? Well, a business has to make money or the business is going to die and your dreams along with it. I know you've heard that old myth, do what you love and the money will follow. Well, I'm a big fan of doing what you love for the sheer joy of it, but the money won't always follow. The good news is you can figure out how to make money. Just get over the mystery of it. Learn how it works. Now in business, there are financial reports, a balance sheet and a profit and loss. These are terrific because they keep score in the game of business. Now chances are good that you're not really clear on your balance sheet and your profit and loss. Maybe you've never even looked at them before, or maybe you've looked at them but you're not sure that they're right. Fair enough. So start by getting to a known financial position, KFP. KFP is the place to be. How do you do that? Assemble the bean team, the bean counters. This is your bookkeeper, a tax professional, maybe even another savvy business owner, a member of your board of advisors, someone who knows their asset from their elbow and will help you do it too. So assemble the bean counters, sit down with your balance sheet and profit and loss, and go line by line down the reports. What does this mean? What does this account mean? How do we know these numbers are right? Are they current? And ask questions until you understand the balance sheet and the profit and loss. Luckily, I found a great mentor to help me do this. Thank you, Frank Blau, for being a great mentor to me. He's the one who taught me that this is my asset and this is my elbow. And that's what I want you to do. Assemble the bean team and go through your financial reports. The king granddaddy scorecard in the game of business is the balance sheet. The balance sheet is based on a set of scales. It's based on an equation. Assets, what you have, your stuff, equals liabilities plus equity, what you owe and what you own. So for instance, suppose you want to buy a truck or a car. The asset of the car would be listed under the assets on the balance sheet. Now, if you had to borrow money to get that car, there would be a corresponding debt or liability for the car. Assets equals who lays claim to it. If someone other than you owns that car, that's a liability. The balance sheet will help you understand where you are in terms of what you have, what you owe, and then the difference would be what you own. Very, very helpful. Now you can always make your financial position better once you understand it. The way to make it better, the best way, is to sell stuff for more than it costs. That's what you see on the income statement or the profit and loss. The profit and loss shows your sales minus your expenses equals, hopefully, some money left over. And if that money is left over, you've actually manufactured it. And that money will appear on the balance sheet as an asset, and your equity will go up. And that's how you breathe lifeblood into your business. Now, I'm making this kind of simple and a little theoretical. However, for your business, the rules of accounting, the rules of finance are the same as for every other business. That's one of the things I like so much about the making money section of business, about finance, is that the rules in business apply to any business. Double entry accounting applies across the planet, across the globe. It's a universal language like biology. And once you figure out how to read a balance sheet, a profit and loss, how to use the score to make better, faster, more profitable decisions, you take a quantum leap in power for your own self, for your own business. You can help others as well. I just get goosebumps talking about this. So in your biz plan binder, under the financial section, the making money section, This is where your financial statements will go. All right? So you'll list your balance sheet, your profit and loss. This is where I've got my current financials right there. Pretty cool, huh? That's where you'll put yours. And until you understand them, you're going to seek to understand them and work fervently with your Bean team to make sure you can. All right. So once you're at a known financial position, you may not like what you see. You may not have as much in assets as you'd like. You may not have as much in cash. You may have more debt than you would like. Well, you can change that. If you are willing to charge more than it costs so that you manufacture profit, those profits will help you buy more stuff, will help you get out of debt. So your budget gives you something to aim for in terms of goals for dollars and percentages for sales and expenses. Your budget is also where you ask and answer the question, how much am I going to have to charge to pull this off? If you put a budget together and it's going to require $1 million in sales for you to make your dreams come true, how much would you have to charge per day, per hour, per widget, per t-shirt, per plumbing service, per photograph? How much would you have to charge in your offerings of goods and services that will allow you to make $1 million? That selling price numbers crunching, you're going to document, try a few examples of it, and put that in the making money section of your binder. Essentially, if you want to make $1 million this year and you want to work 200 days this year, you would divide $1 million by 200 days and realize that you have to sell $5,000 a day to make this happen. Easy, right? At least in theory. And if you find as you put this business plan together and you work through the making money section of your business plan, if you crunch the numbers, if you get clear on where you really are financially, I can promise you, you'll come up with a selling price that is higher than your competition. That can be a little scary. Well, put on your big panties, because you may have to raise your prices. And that may be a little bit scary. You may not have to raise your prices. If you can justify your selling prices, I tell you what, it'll work if your financial statements show that you're making lots of money and your dreams are coming true, your selling prices are fine. But if you're not making the money you'd like to make, if debt is too big, if cash is too low, raising your selling prices is one way that you can fix that, which springboards us to the getting it sold section of your business plan. Because if you crunch the numbers and discover you have to raise your prices, you're going to have to be more competitive. You're going to have to be nicer, stronger, faster, more sober, more punctual, better dressed, more skilled than your competition in order for you to justify why your selling prices are higher. So as you work through the making money section of the business plan, be willing to ask this question as well. How much do you want? Because the more money, the more stuff you want to create with your business, the higher your prices may have to go. Can you do it? You can. If you're willing to learn how to be a great communicator, if you're willing to learn how to be a rock star salesperson, which is what springboards us into the Getting It Sold section of our business plan. That's up next. Ring the bell. Across the globe, this is a symbol for making a sale. When you make a sale, you ring the bell, you celebrate, you take their money, you make good on the promise, and all is well. Is that how you feel about sales? Or are you a little sales phobic? Would you rather not do sales at all? Do you think that if you didn't have the sales component of your business would be a lot more fun? Is that the way you think? Because if so, that thinking will develop a toxic culture at your company. Sales are the lifeblood. Sales are where the money comes from. So let's define marketing and sales. Marketing are the formal activities that cause someone to make a reach in your direction, to call you or walk into your place of business. Just to look around to see if what you are sharing in terms of information is something that could be of service to them. And then sales happen when your customer, your potential customer, and you develop a relationship so well that your customer says, yes, I want it, and gives you the money. Sweet. That's a sale. So marketing is making a reach and sale is getting to a yes. And those activities, those formal activities, are going to be documented in the Getting It Sold section of your business plan binder. Okay, so let's talk about creating a better culture for sales at your company. Here's a little exercise that you might do and then put in your business plan binder. Make a list of 5 experiences that you've had buying something that have been very, very pleasurable. A pair of shoes, a new car. Maybe you bought a home service where someone solved a nagging problem for you and made it much more comfortable for you to be in your house. Write down in great detail times where you bought something where you felt really, really good spending money. And encourage your team members to do this too. And this is one way that you can start to reprogram the thoughts that you have in your head about sales. A little exercise like that could go a long way to developing a sales celebratory culture at your company. Next up, put a formal marketing plan together. Now, a marketing plan consists of these 3 things. I got this from my buddy Al Levy of Appleseed Business. A sales budget, or a marketing budget. And marketing budget are the dollars you commit to in your budget, in the making money section of your plan, that are devoted to marketing efforts in dollars and percentages. How much will you commit to? Doesn't have to be a lot, but it's got to be something. All right, and the second thing is an allocation of those marketing dollars. What are you going to spend your marketing dollars on? Internet, yellow pages, billboard, a big marching band to walk down Main Street and shout out good news about your business? Whatever it is, you've got to choose. And then a marketing calendar. That's where you're going to launch these marketing efforts consistently and not just think about them, but actually get them done. So budget, allocation, and calendar are essential elements of a marketing plan. You're going to want to measure the results of your marketing and do more of what works and less of what doesn't. Those activities could also be housed in the Getting It Sold section of your business plan. Now, let's talk about sales. Getting better at sales. You know you can learn how to be a great salesperson. Yep. In fact, I don't know any natural-born salespeople. When I hear someone described as a natural-born salesperson, usually it means that someone's describing a guy who talks a lot. And you know, talking too much doesn't help you make sales. If you're kind of shy, if you'd rather not talk too much, that will serve you very, very well in sales. The number 1 sales tip that I can give you is to ask good questions and then shut up and listen. And then consider, is what you have to offer a good fit for what your customer needs and wants? And if so, you're off to the races. In a non-threatening, authentic way, you're helping people out and they're giving you money. They're thanking you with their money for providing those kinds of goods and services. Now, if you're not great at sales, you can learn how. And if you go to the internet and you type in sales training, you're going to get about 14 billion hits. There's a lot of terrific sales trainers out there. My encouragement is to adopt a sales trainer and incorporate their sales system into your business. How easy is this? Find someone whose philosophy, whose process doesn't insult your soul. In fact, find someone who you really get a kick out of. You like their personality, you like the way they do business, and adopt their already created sales system. So easy to do. Let me give you a few names to go check out. Tom Hopkins is perhaps the all-time master at low-pressure, great sales training. A few industry-specific sales trainers for those of you who are in the home services industry. You know I like that industry. There's Al Levy at Appleseed Business. Kenny Chapman, check out kennychapman.net. Matt Smith, Joe Crisera, Who else in industry specific? Oh, Howard Partridge, of course, who's a master of creating the most outstanding service experience ever. He learned from Zig Ziglar, a classic sales trainer. If you haven't met Zig, Google him. Also, you might check out Jeff Gitomer. He is a really fun and feisty fellow from Philadelphia, and if you like to get a little bit of sharp-tongued, tough love, then he might just be the best sales trainer for you. All of these people have different personalities and slightly different styles, but every one of them has a solid sales system with specific points that you can learn and follow and incorporate to help you develop better relationships and get to a yes. Your sales training systems, the evidence, the forms, the checklists that you're going to use will go in the Getting It Sold section of your business plan. So, as you develop this section of your plan, put systems into place. Hold yourself and your team accountable for keeping score, for taking action, for asking good questions and listening, and making the bell ring and bringing sales into your company. Next up, we're going to talk about getting it done. When you make a sale, you make a promise. And the promise is, I'm going to be of service to you. I'm going to deliver this product, okay? So getting it done is all about making good on that promise. Are you noticing how the different areas of your business plan build on one another? And as you work through the different areas of your business, you may go back to a previous section of the business plan and edit it or refine it, build it up. That's all fine. Your business plan is never finished, but it's always getting increasingly tight and focused and aligned with what you really, 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 really want. Fun.